registration, voter turnout, and also to build coalitions to have awareness and voices for our rights. That's what this rally is about. When we are talking about the hate against the Asian, when we're talking about racial discrimination, we need to start with our history. On March 26, 1790, the Nationalization Act was signed into law, prohibiting non-white people from becoming citizens of the United States. Remember, white. Then 1882, Chinese Exclusion Act, prohibiting immigration from China. Over 200 years later, Asians, people of color in U.S. are still suffering from the effect of this racist history. The United States has always been a country of immigrants. Asian immigrants have a long history here and have made so many outstanding contributions to this country. From building transcontinental railroad to building high-tech internet to connect the world today, from fighting for America in the world wars to representing U.S. Olympic teams on world stage, from fighting COVID in the front line to supply PPEs and food for the community, from Capitol Hill to Silicon Hill here. We are doing everything we can to create better tomorrow, better future, better America. Today we are here because this is not in the year of 1800. We cannot be silenced anymore. We should not live in the fear of any race, verbal assault, physical attack, or killing. Just because we have a different skin color, we have a different language, and we have a different religious beliefs. I want to add a little story about myself. 40 years ago, when I was a college student here, I never have fear to go alone on street anywhere. My old 20-year-old car always break on the highway of I-35. That time I paid $500 for that 20-year-old car from older students. And I never fears. And people always reach out to me, to help anything I needed. I feel full of love and compassion back then. This is Texas also. But today, we are all fierce, going out in case we face the confrontation. I am happy to say this. I am not afraid to say something, to intervene if I see something not right. But this is not America. Last few years, America full of hate, full of extreme. This is not standard as a world leader to stand up as on the global. Let's stand all together with our compassion to stop Asian hate, stop hateful actions to all people of color. this sparks before it becomes a wildfire. Together, we can and we must keep fighting for our American value, for human rights, for women's rights, for voting rights, for justice for all. Thank you. And I also serve as a volunteer outreach coordinator to our community for Congressman Lloyd Doggett. Here's his brief statement for today since he couldn't be here. Quote, I wish I could be here in person, but I join you in spirit and solidarity to uplift our Asian American community, which has been an essential to the dynamic success. This is Central Texas. This afternoon here, so many wonderful people from so many different backgrounds, races, and religions proudly joined together to stand against the mistreatment of Asian Americans. It's a dark, shameful threat throughout much of our history. We must overcome this racist circuit, and we must reckon with our green past. So many of the recent threats and violence against our Asian American neighbors have been directed at a woman. A former team member from my congressional recently had a piece of concrete thrown at her simply for walking white Asian. Rising anti-Asian violence and hate speech must be rooted out, overcome through prosecuting every wrongdoer, speaking out against the racist, practicing bystander intervention, raising Asian American neighbors, and standing together with them at every turn. Personally, and through my team in Austin, San Antonio, and Washington, I always stand ready to help. Together, let's stop Asian hate, end quote.
So on behalf of the city, as Steve Adler, mayor of the city, just want to say thank you and express our gratitude to Alice. Appreciative of everything that Alice has done in our community to help really stand up the Asian American Pacific Islander community. The involvement here today in this program is just so sorely needed in our community, but it seems like Alice is there all the time, everywhere. And for that, we're so appreciative.
他是特别好的人，特别喜欢帮助人，特别热心。